Hello, I'm Joe the Fragrance Fanatic, and welcome back to another video. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be looking at this. I recently, in fact today, got this in the post. This is Joop Homme. It's an eau de toilette concentration. It is the most widely recognised and known Joop fragrance, I would say. It's widely known for being very sweet, very spicy, and I think it's just known because of its, it's very cheap, but it's got a great longevity, and it's just a very well liked fragrance. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a first impressions of this. I do have a couple of notes which I've been told are in it. But really I just want to see what I think of it, whether I like it or whether I don't. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit about who makes the fragrance and just how it's advertised and how it's made. So, Joop Homme, first originated in 1989. As an eau de toilette fragrance. It has changed slightly over the years. If you watch Jeremy Fragrance, I'm sure you'll know that he says, he uses the analogy of Michael Jordan. If you were to play Michael Jordan now, he would still beat you, but if you played him back when he was in his prime, he would have been even better than he is now. This fragrance, it's still doing brilliant. It's still a brilliant fragrance, and it still lasts long, but it used to be even better. I think that's a kind of analogy that Jeremy Fragrance likes to use. So yeah, let's unbox it. Obviously the colours, really quite nice. I like the colours. Lovely gradient. When you open it up, it's quite a classy look for such a cheap fragrance. This 125ml bottle cost me about 20 quid, £20, which is roughly the same in dollars really. Exchange rates, a bit rubbish right now. Okay, so here we go. Joop Homme, lovely. The colour of the juice is very, very pink. The bottle has kind of got this interesting shape. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't really want to call that a semicircle. I guess you could. Woo. Very nice cap. Yeah, it goes on really nicely. It's not cheap feeling. I mean, yes, it is plastic, but who cares? And let's give it a spray. Wow. Wow. So this fragrance is made by a man called Michael Al-Mayari. I'm sure that if you like this fragrance enough, I'm sure you'll know him. Let's just jump straight into the top notes. It's okay. I can admit that it's certainly not as sweet as I had thought it would be from what everyone else was saying about it. I had the impression that this would start off very, very sweet. But no, I'm getting a kind of citrus. I'm getting the citrus come through. And you're already picking up the cinnamon, even though it's kind of going to be in the mid to base notes. But no, you're picking up kind of a limey smell, which I actually don't think lime is in the fragrance, but that's what I'm getting. It's quite a zesty, sharp smell rather than a sweet, sherbety lemon smell. Maybe that's from the orange blossom. Kind of, it's a bit more natural smelling, despite this fragrance's very obvious synthetic nature. As you can see, everything about it. It's not like they're trying to make it seem very natural. Even the cap looks almost a little bit like something like a sweet or something, or a piece of candy. But no, really like that start. I really like its synthetic kind of its persistence to try and smell natural. I was actually going to say that it does almost smell a little bit like there's some tea notes in there, and I think that's the spiciness. So you're getting some, in the mid notes, you're getting that spiciness from the cinnamon. Nowhere near as sweet again as I thought this would be. But I'm starting to pick up some sort of sweetness now. It's spicy and sweet, I'd say. This is very, very spicy, very, very sweet. Not very, very sweet. Very, very spicy, slightly sweet. And that cinnamon is combining together with none other than jasmine, one of my most explored notes that I could pick out now out of anything really, basically. And jasmine, I've done a lot of research on that individual note, fragrance and accord. And like all good fragrances, we have a base note of sandalwood. I know that may seem controversial, but I do believe that every good fragrance, most good fragrances, have some sort of wood base note, and that is sandalwood. Sandalwood is a very well loved accord, and the fact that they've managed to incorporate it into this is really, really great. I think we've got a couple of other spicy kind of notes that, you know, there's some really, really weird ones that you don't see in anything else, and I think they're all kind of made up by different chemicals. But looking down here, there's meant to be vanilla. And I don't know if this is something wrong with me. I've checked the batch code. This was actually made in the last 2 months. You can check that on a site called How Fresh, and it tells you how fresh your fragrances or your makeups are when they were made. And this is made very recently, so it's not that it's not aged well. This is meant to have vanilla in it. And this should be far sweeter than I think it is. I expected this, from what, you know, other people said, to be sickeningly sweet, something that would almost give you a headache after a while, but it's not. It's really not. It's got this sweetness, but I'd say that's almost hidden behind this kind of natural woody spiciness, which is coming through from the cinnamon and the sandalwood. And I've got no problem with that. I think I prefer it this way than what I envisaged. So vanilla can certainly be picked up slightly, but it's not as much as I ever thought this would. I'm probably going to give you a very different impression of this fragrance than you know I've had from other reviewers. But no, overall this is a beautiful fragrance, and it will be in the bio of this video, or the description of this video, sorry, where you can go get it if you liked my description of it. So yeah, I would say for those of you that are looking for a very, very sweet fragrance, don't go for this. Go for Paco Rabanne, or if you're looking for something, you know, Paco Rabanne's 1 million series. If you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, go along the lines of some of the David Beckham fragrances actually, which are really, really great fragrances with great, partially pretty good longevity and some really nice sweetness. But this is a lovely spicy, mildly sweet, woody, natural smelling synthetic fragrance. So if that's a little bit confusing, I do apologise, but that is my first impressions of this fragrance. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked, please do subscribe, comment and like the video, and we'll see you next time on The Fragrance Fanatic.